Good morning, world. My name is Gina. Today is September 13th, 2020, and I'm 7 hours away from Michigan. I feel called to do this video, I don't feel I need to, but I want to. Because when we do certain things in the world, it causes some confusion, and people have questions. When people have questions, you do not have responsibility to answer these questions. But if you want to share your experience, that's a different story. So this video is from my own perspective, share my own truth. My truth doesn't mean your truth, and I'm not here to clarify myself, just want to share my perspective. I had so many people ask me, directly ask me what I'm doing, who I'm with, why I'm doing this. And some people would direct ask me, I will answer them, because I think if you're curious about what I'm doing sincerely, I will tell you, share everything about my journey with you. Some people will just comment on my thing, ask me, question me, and maybe some of you, even in your mind, is just like assuming, what is she doing, why she leave 3 weeks, who she with, what she thinking. So I want to share my truth, my perspective. This trip is something I always wanted to do. That's my last post on Instagram, is what to stop you from being the person who you want to be, or doing the things you always wanted to do. This is one of them. I have been full-time mom for years. I have been trying to run my business while taking care of babies. I have been working 7 years before I come to the United States. I have always on to go. To the point, last year, I had a clear voice in my head told me that I need to spend time with myself, just with myself. I ignored that voice a couple times until this year. My life shifted in so many different ways: relationship, career, spirituality. I will touch on that because so many people, I think, care about my spirituality, my where I'm at right now. So many things shifted in my life. During this transition period of time, I got this voice again, go spend time with yourself. Now, while we keep avoiding something that we know that we always wanted to, why? Because we are afraid. Why people afraid of the things they love? Because they're not sure. They are afraid of themselves, actually. They are afraid to facing the true self. The true self comes out when you spend time with yourself. The true self doesn't come out when you're busy going about in the world. When we find a lot of excuses for ourselves, the true self is covered. The ego is want you to always busy. The ego is telling you have to do this. The ego is telling you need to do this. You don't need to. You don't have to. You do it only if you want to, if you choose to. We have free will. We have choices. So many things that we are going through in our life, we have choices. You can choose. I can choose leave at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I can choose, I do this video first or I do my journaling first. I can choose which way to go home. There's infinite choices. So back to my trip, I just choose this time to listen to my inner guidance, which is spend time with myself. And I cannot tell you how much I benefited from this trip with myself. How many fear, worries, uncertainty, discomfort I got to experience during this 3 weeks journey. When I started my first day, this is my last day, so I try to reflect on my first day of my trip, how I felt and how I'm feeling today. The peace and the calm, the knowing that I am safe, I'm protected in the nature, I did not have the first day. The first day of my journey, I drove probably 8 hours, pushed a little bit hard, got to the campground at 8:30 and do not know where to stay, and I did not feel safe. I prefer to spend it in the wilderness, not in a state park campsite. But that was me 3 weeks ago. I didn't feel safe. First 2 nights I went to the state park campground, which is really great, which is good transition. You never push yourself from 0 to 10. You go with how you feel about it. There's nothing, there's no right or wrong. But I want to say is the discomfort, the insecure, the attachment I had at the beginning of the trip, which I do not have right now. I can peacefully, when I got here last night around 7:30, which is getting dark here, and I do not know whether it's safe or not, but I'm okay with it. I'm in my camper. I know I protected. It's not, I assume I'm fine. This is just 1% of how I felt, how much I appreciate and thankful for this 3 weeks trip. Now, I also had some scary situation. I encountered a bear first week of my travel in South Tahoe. The bear climbed on my camper. I'm not gonna go deeper here. If you want to know the story, or maybe one day I will do a video just on the bear, or this is a harsh situation I encountered during my trip. But if we think about this potential threat or safety issue stop you from doing the things you love, and that's exactly fear want to do, because fear wants you to stay in that safe box. Do not go anywhere, because what if things happen? What if the bear kill me? What if the somebody stole your stuff? What if you got stuck on the road? What if your car break down? That's the infinite what if. But what if is in the future? It's not happened yet. What if is the idea in your mind that you one of the potential that it might happen? But what if it did not happen? What if that's just in your head, that's none of them gonna happen? So what that gonna do to you? It killed the opportunity, the chance for you to go to explore the world. So my video today, I feel like I would really invite you to look into yourself and talk to yourself, and to see where that person's at. Because sometimes, at least for me, I felt back even months ago, I feel like I never really talked to myself. I talked to the person in my head. I try to make things logical. I try to make, have things make sense. I try to talk myself out of certain things from my head, not from heart. The heart is the place that your true self lives, not here. Here. Spend some time with her or with him. Listen to your heart. Your heart might screaming. Your heart might didn't want to talk to you at first. Your heart might have a lot of things to say, but it won't be able to talk to you when you go busy in the world, try to achieve the things that other people are telling you. You are a sovereign being. Your heart matters. So first, this trip is not coming from nowhere. It's divine guided trip that I know it's my time to take it, and I'm glad I did it. The realization I had in the last 3 weeks is huge. Now the second part, I want to touch a little bit on the spirituality or Christian. It's called. Is that called? I want to say is I always know that there is something bigger outside me, outside of humankind. Just because we cannot see it doesn't mean it does not exist. Just because science could not prove it doesn't mean it's not exist. We are so conditioned to see, to understand the world through a lot of conditioning. My parents, they might be Buddhism. That's where I grew up. I know Buddha, go to the temple, but I never really connected with that. Now, years ago, when I came to the United States, my life went through some dramatic changes, and I got baptized to be a Christian. Now, to be honest, I know that some of my close family members will watch this video. I just want to share my truth, okay? Take it or leave it, no offense, and there's no argument about your truth, about the God you believe and the God I believe. Everybody have different perspective of God in their own heart. Is because we are different. We are just part of the God embodied in this human body. We are God. But my side of the truth just be part, because God is so big. We are only little teeny tiny bit of the reflection of Him. We are not God, but we are part of this embodiment of His presence. Let's put it that way. Everything is God. Everything has God in it. But to be specific, whether I'm Catholic, whether I'm Christian, or like other religions, like I might be none of them. Now let me explain why, before you get angry with me, which I don't really. It doesn't really matter whether you mad at me or not, because I stand on my own truth. What I believe is every religion, the main thing, the core theme is love. Love is everything. Love can defeat fear. Love helps you open your heart to feel it, to move through emotions. Love and compassion. I do not know other religions in other countries because I'm not from there, but I can speak from my heart from where I come from, China. The core of the religion there, the Buddhism, is love and compassion, forgiveness, right? Now, Christianity, I mean, if you count from the day I got baptized to today, it was only 7 years. And I know a lot of time we are talking about Jesus, love, sacrifice, compassion, grace, mercy, like merciful, do not judge, love your neighbor, love everyone. To me, the theme is the same, love. So if I'm embodiment of love, why I need to put myself into this box, this religion box? I don't want it in any of box, but I respect all these boxes. It's like I understand why this box exists, but do I want to put myself in the one of a box to limit myself? No, I don't. Why? Because our soul come to this world is not ask you to put yourself in the box. Our soul come to this world is want to expand, is want to experience things in this world. This world is infinite. It have so many possibilities. Why? My soul doesn't want me to put it into any box. That's why my whole life is trying to breaking through all these boxes. And for the people that don't really know me, I left my parents when I was 15 years old. That was my first time chose to follow my heart at a young age. Doesn't really know what I was doing, but I know, even from this day, I know I made the choice I had to make that time to break through that box. What was the box? The box was the culturally you listen to your parents no matter what, especially in China. The older generation has this how to say, this superior. They are higher than you. You need to respect them. You need to listen to them, even though the thing doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why would I need to listen to my parents when I don't think that's a good idea to me? So I chose different high school. I left. That was a huge deal. That probably break my parents' heart. I know I did. Then after high school, again, similar choice, but probably it didn't hurt my parents that bad. Second time I did that. I chose to go to different college. And when I look back, my life is a series of keep breaking the boxes. That time I thought I was just breaking the boxes that my parents put on me. But now I understand it's not my parents, it's that society. That's not just my parents. It's not just my parents were doing that, because other parents, they were doing that and the kids listened. It appeared I'm one of those kids that do not really listen to my parents when I know what I need to do, what I want to do. And I just want to say, if I didn't not break all those boxes that society put on, my parents put on me, I would not be the person sitting in my van that I customized for my own trip. That's the thing that I want to do. I will not be the person sitting here talking to you. She would not be here. So what I want to say is, I want to really invite everyone. I know you love me. That's why you are watching this video. I know you care about my trip, care about my life. I truly, truly thankful and very grateful for what I have in my life. But I also want to invite you, use a fresh eye when you wake up every morning. Put away all the past judgment, thoughts, ideas, patterns, beliefs. Put them away. When you wake up, open your eyes. Let your heart feel what the world feels like. Have that inner peace and calm and knowing. Spend some time with yourself. Find your heart. Your heart is your guidance to the true self, to connect with God, the God we are talking about, the real God. The God is not the box those 1,000 years people put out there want you to follow. I'm not here to preach, but I'm here to invite you. Look at the world one more time with your heart. Just give a try to see how you feel about it. If my belief triggers you, great. Maybe there's needed somebody to trigger in your life to make you think differently. If I did not trigger you, that I inspire you, thank you. Because for me, right now, I feel I have this willingness to share my journey, to share my story, my life story, my journey last 3 weeks. That some people might gonna benefit from it. Not all of them. Some people gonna judge me. It's alright. I stand in my truth. Not just because people judge me, I will have a bad day. Matter of fact, I always have a good day. When you listen to your heart, there's no good day or bad day. We call experience. So, how you want to spend your day is in your hand. Last thing. Back to you have choices. You have choices. When you feel stuck, it's because you are afraid of certain things. You have doubts, you have fear, you have this insecurity, which is not true. They are not you. That's just how you feel about that time. But that's not what defines you. You are this sovereign being that you can decide, you can choose what you want, how you want to live, how you want to spend your day, spend your time. You have free will. So hold on this free will, hold on your heart. And I want to invite you, I want you to look the world through your mind eye. That's the place, that's the real thing, the truth behind the illusion. I want you to act with your heart, with love, because anything out of love is not it. I don't want to say anything. Any action without the love will not do the good. It's not for the highest and the greatest in this world. And I want to invite you, seek with your soul, not seek with your desire, your other people tell you. Go seek, go look around your world with your soul, because soul want to expand, soul want more knowledge, soul want to understand what's going on with this physical body. So I don't know whether I covered all. I basically go with the flow. I still have 7-8 hours to go and drive back to Michigan, and I felt I called it to make this video before I head home, to summarize these 3 weeks and touch on certain points I really want to share. Yeah, hope you guys all have a great day and have a beautiful Sunday, and I will see you guys soon.